Alright guys, wanted to show um, off these combination drill and tap bit set. These aren't new, they've been around for a while, but maybe somebody watching this never seen these, maybe I can help them out. So this is just a cheap set I got off Amazon. These are high-speed steel. Comes with 632, 832, 1024, 1032, 1224, and quarter 20. They have a quarter-inch hex shank on the back end. These are made to be used with a drill. Like I said, these are cheaper ones, so this is just for softer materials like mild steel, copper, brass, aluminum, plastic, ABS. It tells you right on the back, do not use with high hardness steel. They're talking about stainless steel. You wouldn't want to use this with stainless steel. They also have a max RPM, 300 RPM on here. The cool thing about these though is if you have a hole to tap, you don't have to go through multiple steps to make that happen. So let's check out so this is a quarter 20. This is pretty common for me. If we look right at the tip there, that's going to be your cutting edge for the drill bit. And then up the flutes right here, it automatically moves into tapping. And then further up, it is chamfered right here, and that's actually going to deburr the hole for you. So I wouldn't use these on something that was really important, that you were worried about breaking one of these taps in. I would spend a little bit more money on something like that. This particular set here for the 5 pieces was only $11. They're not going to be the greatest quality, but they will get the job done. I would always use a good quality tapping fluid. I like Tap Magic. Also, I'll link Amazon link for that. This stuff's not that expensive. But I set up a little sample here so you guys can see how this works. I'm going to put this into just a regular drill, not an impact. One thing I will say that will help you guys out if you're first time doing this, set your clutch on your drill. You're going to have to find the number that works for you, but setting the clutch will help you prevent breaking these. If you start drilling this thing at an angle, or if you get off center with this or whatever, the drill can easily snap this thing, and that's going to ruin your hole. You're going to have to dig that tap out, and possibly if that's the only tap that you got, you're not going to be able to get the job done. So mess around with the clutch settings on here. That will help you. So I'll get this set up and I'll show you guys the process of tapping a hole out. Alright, so I've got the camera right above this thing here. So first thing you're going to want to do is, center punch or whatever, wherever you want your tapped hole at. So I'm just going to pick a spot here. I'm going to put down just a drop of oil right on that spot. You're just going to go real slow, apply a light pressure. You can start to hear the material or the drill sound different once you start getting deeper in that hole. At that point, I like to add just a little bit more tap fluid. So now I'm going to go real slow because I know I'm about to break through the plane of the material. Okay, so now I've just broke through. I'll back it off. So I've just got a normal hole there. So now I'm going to just bring this tap in. So I've got my clutch set on 1. That's why it's not busting through. So I'll go ahead and turn this up to 2 or 3. I'm going to back out. Okay, I'll go right out. Okay, so it tapped the hole. Now I'm going to let the tap go all the way through the material, and I'm going to let this countersink here. Alright, now I'm going to put the drill in reverse. Okay, wipe that away. Now we have a perfectly tapped quarter 20 hole. You can see that didn't take too long. I was kind of going slower just to show you guys the different steps there, but you don't have to do it like that. If you're going through really thick metal, these probably aren't the best to use for that. It can be done, but you're going to want to make sure you're breaking that chip that the tap is creating whenever it's cutting. So you might have to eject the tool maybe once or twice to get that chip out of there, so you're not dragging it along the threads. But that's what it looks like right there. So I know these aren't new, but maybe somebody watching this will see it. Maybe it can help them out. So thanks for watching.